Last time on Sakura Spirit. Mysterious girl is like a demon chick. With boobs! Okay, they're all gonna have boobs. And now. The rays of sunlight that glared into my face stirred me back to consciousness. A groan of annoyance leaving my mouth while I tried to get back up onto my feet. I felt a bit dizzy, but the first thing I noticed was that I was no longer within the shrine. Rather, it looked like the forest that was surrounding the dojo. Of course, my first thought was to look around to see if I could find the same girl from before, but not a trace of her presence had lingered behind. To make things even more curious, the old worn-down path that I had followed amidst the trees was better maintained than I remembered. Maybe I should head home. That thought was cut short when the sound of several female voices came from nearby. Get back here! Ikage, stop them at once! Just what exactly do you think I'm doing? I'm chasing them! I'm trying to stop them! Here we go. Yeah, I think they spotted what's missing, Oni-sama. Keep running, Chibiko, and we just might escape. Just when I thought this day couldn't get any weirder, there came the sound of heavy footfalls from the forest nearby. Oh, damn. It's the girls on the cover! And they're chasing each other. Hilarity ensues. What in the world is going on here? Just a little bit away from the path I was walking on, I saw a pair of girls being chased by another pair of girls. However, there were two things I noticed that didn't make any sense for me. The first detail was that the girls being chased had the ears and tail of a fox, and the other being that the girls doing the chasing were armed with a katana and a naginata. Conniving Kitsune, come back here at once. Return what you stole immediately. Give me back my panties! Great. Well, I predicted this, and I warned you. Anyway. Ikage, how could you blurt out something like that? Aha, panties, panties! Aha, oh no! Help, save us from the rampaging women! While the girls had ran away, seemingly into the direction the shrine was located at, I couldn't help but find myself struggling with the decision to just leave them be. While I didn't know what in the world was going on, the fact two of the girls were armed with rather realistic looking props, for surely they couldn't be real, I couldn't call myself a hero if I let such a scene go by without acting. But you could! You could totally just let this happen, and then you'd be fine. But no, you're going to get involved and we're not going to be fine. That's whatever. I'm so going to regret this. Yes, you are. Mumbling in annoyance, I started chasing after the girls. Ikage, go around to the left! Right! Left! Why do you always undermine me? Oh, Kami, I wasn't saying right, I was... You know what? Never mind. Just run after them. While I was chasing after the girls, I noticed the trees seemingly were getting a little bit denser, making it more difficult to navigate along the path. Oni-sama, I don't think I can run much more. I'm starting to get a little... Just a little longer, Meiko-chan. We're almost... Meiko! Meiko, not a headache! Not now! Sorry, Oni-sama. Scissor attack! I arrived just in time to find a scene straight from an action movie. The fox girl with the blonde hair had collapsed, seemingly being held up in her companion's lap. The two armed girls were approaching them, almost unmistakably with killing instincts running amok. Any martial artist could feel that. Those two girls were going to be in for a beating if I didn't stop them. We've got you now, thieves! I'm going to personally drag your sorry butts back to town and have you both stalked. Maybe I'll even see how you feel like running around without any undies on. Yeah, although I must admit, having a breeze down there does feel kinda nice. Keeps me feeling fresh and a little bit tingly. Oh, too much information. Hikage, goodness, do you have no shame, do you? This isn't about your nethers. This is about panties and bras stolen! And these two criminals being brought to justice. Odi-sama, it hurts. My head hurts. Shh! It's going to be okay, Chibiko. Hey, you guards! If you're so desperate to have your underwear back, then here, catch! Stop right there! However, before I was able to interrupt the conversation, the silver-haired fox girl tossed a pair of objects into the air. It seemed wherever they were, the two samurai girls were flustered by the tossed projectile. A projectile whose trajectory was heading straight to my face. Panties to the face. Ah, I'm blinded! Who the hell tosses a... Peeling off the projectiles from my face, I raised them lightly into the air, like a professor examining an important sample, while at the same time, the fox girls made their escape. A pink bra and lace black panties. Oh boy. I just knew this wasn't going to end up well. Ah, you there! Are you in cahoots with these crafty kitsune? Give those back immediately. Those are evidence of a crime, and not for anyone else to touch. Drop the panties right now! I'm innocent until proven guilty. One of the golden rules of court. Now stop pointing those weapons at me so I can hand over your undies without being turned into a kebab. What? No! Stop! Shut up! Just drop the evidence and walk away. I am Tsukino Mio, chief of the village guards, and I am ordering you to drop what you're holding right now. I don't know if any village guards, and I seriously doubt a cop will go around dressed like that and wielding a katana. More importantly, the ground here is muddy and dirty. You sure I should drop the evidence? I mean, I could, but... Yeah! Before I could react, the pink-haired woman lunged towards me, the spike of her naginata aiming for my gut. He's trying to freaking kill the guy. Damn. My reflexes caught just in time, and I was able to palm away the spear as it sailed through the air. I struck upwards on the wooden shaft of the weapon, sending it up into the air and unbalancing the woman. Narumi, I did not order you to attack. Fine, I'll give them back. Jeez. Just my luck to find the girls with weapons to be the tsundere ones. Deciding to extend the hand that held the girls their undies, I tried to hand them over, something that I would soon end up regretting. Ha! Thinking I'd fall for something so simple? Fool! You may have foiled me once, but not twice! The woman swung her weapon wide, arcing the thick wooden pole into my side before I could dodge. That looks like it's metal. Nah, unless it's just gray. I feel like that would hurt a lot more. Anyway. Shin lunged forwards and grabbed me tightly, pulling my arms around behind my back, leaving me with sore ribs and in a prone position. I could have fought back, but I figured it would only lead to more fighting, and possibly being stabbed, which I could do without, so I remained passive. The sword-wielding girl steps forward and grabs the silky underwear from my hand triumphantly. Humph, your methods might be crude, but they get results, Hikage. Bind his wrists. We'll bring him in for questioning. He probably knows where those pesky thieves have been hiding. Right! And people wonder why criminals would resist at all costs. I mumbled weakly while I watched the girl with the naginata tie my wrists together with some rope she had concealed somewhere. I hope it was meant for actual criminals. And soon felt myself dragged by the duo toward the direction of the city. Surely once we arrive at the city, you two will stop this role-playing of yours and let me go home, right? As much as I like to fool around, I got more important things to do. The city? We're not taking you all that way. You'll spend the day in the village cells, thief. What are you calling a thief? I'm a victim. First they toss undies in my face, then I had to deal with physical abuse and now even slander? Besides, there's no village around these parts, it's the city. You know, Tsukino Toshi. Silence! Hikage, if he speaks again before we get to the village, you have my permission to knock him unconscious. Tsundere tyrant. That's funny. And that's how I was on my way to a jail cell. cuffed and dragged by two girls that I just started to suspect were pretty much crazy in the head. Next time on Sakura Spirit. He is still a pervert. I'm not a pervert. A guy of my age is innocently curious. It's perfectly natural. Besides, if you're talking about the panties that were tossed into my face, I had nothing to do with them, Tsundere Tyrant.